This is my island in the sun, where my people have toiled since time begun. I may sail on many a sea, her shores will always be home to me. My mother was born in the parish of St. Anne. My father comes from St. Elizabeth. But since my mother was the dominating force in the family, when at the age of 1 year old, she decided to bring her children to Jamaica, because I was born in the United States, in Harlem, in New York. And she decided that the wilds of New York was not the zone she wanted her children in. She wanted to have us in the wilds of Jamaica. So she took us back to this island, and I grew up in Abuka, and for the first few years. And then I came down to Kingston and spent the rest of my time living in Kingston. I always saw that the destiny of Jamaica was inextricably bound to the destiny of Black Americans, and vice versa. And that fact alone kept me very connected.
Come with me down in Jamaica, the most wonderful.
Jamaica made an impact on the world through Bob Marley and reggae. All of the world record holders in the Olympics seem to be Jamaicans. I remember Hubert Humphrey coming down to Jamaica. I think the Kennedys came down to Jamaica. It was just a place to go.
Come with me down in Jamaica, live your life in paradise and have some fun.
I was from the South, and the Caribbean was the first place I'd ever been where black people were running anything. It was a thrill to go to Jamaica and to see black policemen. We didn't have black policemen in Atlanta then. I used to come back regularly with Martin Luther King because he liked Jamaica. In fact, most of his books were written in Jamaica. He would go to Jamaica just about every year.
Jamaica's independence was extremely important to me. In New York City, my mother was a very strong Garveyite. She loved Marcus Garvey, went to rallies in which Marcus Garvey spoke. When I came to Jamaica in that youthful period of my life, Bustamante was very busy giving the British a difficult time in their rule of the island. So I was always around an environment that rebelled against its oppression, and that alone gave me linkage. Now when you talk about the culture and the music and the art, that was so indelible to my experience, and it became so central to my own cultural expression that there was just no question that I was a Jamaica man and would wind up being that for the rest of my life.
But I'm sad to say.
In the history of the record business, the first LP to ever sell 1 million records within a year was the album entitled Calypso. And the phenomena of that was so enormous that RCA, the company that I recorded for, gave me what was considered to be the first gold record in the history of the business, and really set the stages for what ultimately became the Grammy. And every time I look at these awards, I can say, well, that record that reflected the culture of that remarkable place called Jamaica was the forerunner of all of this, and I take great pride in that.
Well, in Montego Bay. Montego Bay, I was last year on vacation 40 years ago. In fact, I was celebrating a big record I had then, Grazing in the Grass. I had a major tour, and somebody said, go to Montego Bay, you know, and so I came out here. I never forgot it. There's just sort of a spiritual, ancestral ambience, you know, an environment here. I can feel, even when I first came, I could feel the past, you know, I could feel like the Africanness of it. And Jamaica is one of those countries where the African spirit lives forever, very intensely.
I've been waiting for Jamaica to set some new trends for the 21st century.
Well, I don't think that life will ever be as full in its meaning to me if I have a life that is without a song. music is very, very central to my existence, to my passion, to my joy. I also find it as an instrument of great communication. I mean, when you see 50,000 people in Germany singing Deo, and you look at 25,000 Japanese singing Deo, it tells you something about the power of the song, especially the songs that come out of a buka.
Deo!